Hey golfers, welcome back to Group Golf. If I told you to take your club and launch it as far as you could, your body would instinctively do three important motions that we need in the golf swing. We would transfer our weight, turn our hips, and fire our right knee just like the pros. The problem? Most of you stop your swing and swing with all arms and keep all of our weight on our back foot. Today, I'm showing you how to fire those hips like a pro, produce real speed, and finish that right knee in the perfect spot. Stay tuned. Most players who struggle with distance and direction have a common theme in their hips. Their hips either slide through impact, or when they get through impact, their hips stall, their hands flip, and pass the body. Something we need to do with our hips that's the most important is to let them go first. Your hips and your body don't have to move the fastest in the golf swing. Our arms are going to move the fastest. Our arms are going to move 20 to 30 miles an hour, while our hips and our body might only move at 5. But our hips have to go first. Our hips have to beat our hands to the golf ball. Take a peek at the model here. What do you see? When they get to impact or right past impact, where's their belt pointing? Where are their hips going? To the target. You'll never see anybody on TV whose hips are pointed at the golf ball or behind the golf ball at impact. When I get a student who comes to me who's struggling with their lower half movement, their hips are sliding, their hips are stalling at impact, or all their weight is staying on their back foot. There's no drive. That right knee doesn't move. I do one thing. I say, hey, give me your club. Here's a golf ball. I take that golf ball and say, hey, I want you to throw that thing as far as you can onto the range. What did I do? I loaded up. I, one, transferred my weight. Pressure is forward. 2, my hips are leading. My hips are ahead. My belt buckle is ahead of my hands and arm. And number 3, as you can see right here, my right knee is around and through trying to kiss my left. It's not going out towards the ball. It's not going out to the right, or I don't have all my weight on that back foot. If I kept all my weight on my back foot, what would it look like? That ball went a third of the distance as the one I tried to throw. And right there is a prime example of why people who should hit a 7-iron 180 yards hit it 140. So let's get the club back in our hand and focus on those 3 important concepts that we need when we're trying to get our hips to move better through impact. 1 is my hips need to lead the downswing. They need to go first and get ahead. My hips aren't moving faster than my hands, they're just moving first. When I'm doing that, when my hips are moving first, when they're doing the same thing as that throwing motion, what else are they doing? Putting pressure into my lead side. I'm putting pressure forward so I can compress the golf ball. It's a lot like the 1-foot drill we did in our first video that taught you how to hit ball first on impact. And number 3 is our right knee. The right knee is my favorite trigger and favorite focus point to teach my students who struggle with hip movement. This right knee, this trail knee, can determine and promote everything when I'm driving through impact. It also promotes me shallowing the golf club, which we'll focus on in a later video, but it also, if I just stood here and took my backswing and just started driving my right knee to try and get that to kiss the left one, where did my hands in the club go? Down, right? We all think about pulling the club down or jamming it down into our pocket. That right knee can do so much for you. So let's get back to it. 1, from the top of the backswing, needs to be pressure forward, hips first, drive the right knee. Look what I got. My handle is ahead of the golf ball. My hips are open to the target, and I'm producing a ton more power than I have if I slide or stall my hips. The second drill we're gonna do is gonna be a little bit more serious and take a little bit more time. I want you to step through and almost walk through an iron shot. So I grabbed an 8 iron, and what I want you to do is I want you to set up in your normal stance. I want you to put your feet together. So your head, your body, everything is gonna be behind the golf ball. So we're just bringing our front foot about 3 to 4 inches from our back foot. What I want you to do is on the backswing, I want you to step forward, and on the downswing, I want you to drive that right knee and almost step through and walk through impact. It's a 2-part drill. It's gonna take a little time. If we really focus on our flow, it's gonna be easy. So again, let's get our setup. Pull that front foot to the back foot, again, a couple inches apart. On the backswing, I want you to step forward and then drive that right knee. You could hear it right there. You could hear that compression. That's the farthest 8 iron I hit today, and the swing took me 5 seconds instead of 1. When we're doing our 2 drills, we need to remember what we're focusing on. We're looking for real rotation. We're not trying to stall and stop the hips, and we're not trying to slide and sway with the hips. We're trying to open our hips first before our hands so we can drive that right knee and work through impact. That's our real rotation we're focusing on where we're doing our 2 drills, launching the club and stepping through. Remember, the right knee is the ultimate trigger and the ultimate piece you're missing in your golf swing. If we get that right knee to fire through, it'll open up our hips and let our body lead the swing and let our body lead our hands up until impact. If you focus on that, you'll hit it more solid than ever and farther than ever, without a doubt. If you fix your hips, it's gonna fix your game. It's the Groove Golf way. I wanna give a big shout out to all my subscribers and all my students who are helping me get on the road to 1,000 subscribers and taking Groove Golf to bigger and better things. Like I said, leave a comment below. Let me know how far you were able to launch your club just for some fun. Don't hurt anybody. Next week, we're gonna keep diving in on irons and compression and picking up distance. I helped a student gain 25 yards with a 7 iron without even taking a full backswing. Stay tuned, join the Groove Golf movement, subscribe now. We're taking your game to peak performance, 1 video at a time. We'll see you next week.